Congratulations to our nominees. Ms. Lanthier, your daughter's name is Addison or Allison?
My daughter's name is Allison.
Allison. And Allison's here.
Allison is here. My grandchild, Rona, is also here.
Okay. Allison, would you like to say anything? If you change your mind, just let me know, okay, and I'll stop.
If you say anything, be careful, Senator.
Ms. Henry, let's talk a little law. If I challenge a rule under the Administrative Procedures Act, what do I have to prove?
Thank you for that
You are welcome.
question. Senator, in the 25-plus years that I've been trying cases in federal court and in state court, I've never had to bring a claim under the Administrative Procedures Act, so I'm not sure of what's required.
You don't know the answer?
I don't.
Okay. All right, let me ask you this. You'll probably see this in district court. Is partisan gerrymandering legal?
Thank you for that question.
You're welcome.
I think that I think that I would have to evaluate that claim if it were before me, and in doing so, I would look at what's involved in.
But is it legal?
Senator, I don't. I have not had that issue before me in my years.
Do you know what
of
it
practice.
is?
I do understand. What I understand is that is when the districts are separated, voting districts, based on different political groups.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is it legal or illegal?
Senator, I haven't had that issue before me in my 30 years of practice.
You don't know?
So, but if I'm faced with that issue, I would research it and I'd be prepared to address it.
Okay. All right. Do you know what a blue law is?
I'm sorry, Senator?
Do you know what a blue law is?
A blue law is,
Studied that in law school, I'm sure.
I believe a blue law, Senator, is having to do with selling alcohol on certain days.
Yeah, like usually on Sunday.
Like, yes, Senator.
Yeah. Does that violate the Establishment Clause? Does a blue law, let me be more precise, I'm sorry. Does a blue law violate the Establishment Clause?
Senator, I don't believe a blue law does violate the Establishment Clause.
Okay, why not?
Well, because, Senator...
If a legislature says you can't open and sell, let's say, food or anything on Sunday, not Thursday, not Saturday, Sunday, why doesn't that violate the Establishment Clause?
Senator, I think there was an issue in a recent Supreme Court case that talked about whether they could force, it was a postal worker, to have to work on Sundays because that violated his religious beliefs to have to work on Sundays. And
That wasn't under the blue law.
Oh, no, I thought I was just, yes, I understand that. I understand that was an issue, though, related to the Establishment Clause, which I thought was what we were talking about.
But I'm asking just a real precise question. I'm going to move on if you don't know.
Okay.
Tell me why, just succinctly, like you were back in law school,
Okay.
why a blue law violates or doesn't violate the Establishment Clause. It seems obvious.
Well,
A hearing that turned tense. What started as a routine confirmation hearing quickly became one of the most talked-about exchanges in recent Senate history. A nominee for the federal bench faced a series of rapid-fire legal questions, and the answers, or lack of them, raised eyebrows across the chamber. From constitutional law to basic civil procedure concepts, this hearing had everything: pressure, awkward pauses, and a moment involving her daughter that briefly lightened the mood. Let's break down exactly what happened.
whether, in looking at the Establishment Clause, of whether the action of the state in saying that you can't be open on a Sunday would would either interfere with the free exercise of the persons, or it would be the government establishing a religion.
Yeah, I understand the issue.
Okay. So
what's the answer?
So the answer is that I believe that there's case law on the fact that there can be blue laws that allow alcohol stores or places that sell alcohol to not be open on Sundays.
Okay. Tell me the difference between proximate cause and cause in fact.
Thank you for that question.
You're welcome.
So my understanding of proximate cause is something that's or directly caused by something is cause in fact, and if it's inadvertent, I believe it would be proximate cause. But as I said, in my 30 years of practicing criminal law, that type of causation is not the type that we usually address. It's usually whether something's intentional, and that's most relevant to our criminal practice.
I don't understand what you just said.
I'm saying when you
Let
talk
me try
about...
it again.
Okay.
What's the difference between proximate cause and cause in fact?
My understanding of it, Senator, and because it has not come up in my 30 years of criminal practice, is that we look to whether something was directly caused or inadvertently caused, and that would be the idea of the difference between the two levels of causation. And I was only saying that in my criminal practice, when we look at whether something is caused, we look at the intent of a statute or someone's action.
Intent has nothing to do with it.
I know, I understand
You don't
that.
have
I was
to prove
just simply,
intent
I was explaining
in
the
a
difference
civil
from
case.
Yes, I understand that.
That's criminal.
Yes, correct.
All right. Tell me about the consumer welfare standard.
The senator's time is close to expiring.
How much time do I have left, Mr. Chairman? It's just you and me.
Okay.
We're down to the big guns here. Can you just tell me about the consumer welfare standard real fast?
Senator, in my 30 years of practice, I've never, in numerous jury trials, I've never encountered the consumer welfare standard. Is that what you said, John?
Yes, ma'am.
I have not. I don't know.
You don't know what it is?
No, but if I came across that case,
You'd look it up.
I sure would.
Okay, you're going to be doing a lot of looking up, it sounds to me like. All right, Allison, did you change your mind? Anything you want to say? You sure?
I'm good.
Okay, how about vote for your mom?
Yeah, do that.
There you go. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I like that last question, Senator from Louisiana. Senator's time has expired. Thank you.
Thank you,
Just
Mr.
one question for each of you. One of the wonderful things I think each of you brings to this is that you're...
For a more profound political discourse, please like, comment, and subscribe for more further insights.